everybody. Now, originally this prediction was going to happen on Tuesday, but we had some delays. But that is not the case. Hopefully this time it'll be all good to go. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about the prediction for Deku versus Asta. Now, I'm going to get Bakugan in here, that way we can get ready for this thing. Oh, right, I gotta swap microphones on my Discord. For some reason, it does not like me using mics on two different programs. There we go, there's that, then we put headset. Alrighty. So, yes, today I got Bakugo with me, and we're doing the prediction for Deku versus Asta.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What was that text-to-speech bot saying?
Text-to-speech bot?
Didn't you hear it?
No.
That must have been me then.
Anyways, yeah, like I said, this prediction was originally supposed to happen on Tuesday, but we had some delays, let's just call it that.
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked on my own behalf.
But, good thing on Tuesday I was able to bookmark the pages I was using. Because normally I don't do that, I just get up, bring up the page, and boom, done.
Yeah.
So, let's start with Deku, since I'm the one doing Asta.
Okay, let's see here. Deku. Real name, Izuku Midoriya. Deku wanted to be like what any other kid in the My Hero Academia verse would do, become a superhero by joining UA. Unfortunately, he wasn't born so lucky. One of the doctors told him that he had a fractured bone in his toes or something, and he was known to be quirkless. Fortunately, he couldn't become a superhero. He wanted to be a superhero like All Might, but it thought All Might told him that there wasn't going to be a way. However, after a few events happening, All Might soon realized that that Deku had potential, and he was going to help him, become a superhero. Unfortunately, he had to go through very tough amounts of training because if he used the quirk that All Might was going to give him, his limbs would just explode. It would just kill him. So he went to train and train and train until he managed to finally get a muscular body. And what better way to get All Might's power is to well eat a strand of his hair. We're not kidding. Don't you think that's weird?
It's not the first time I've heard the things weird in anime.
Yeah. So Deku ate the hair, and he actually became the ninth user of One for All. If you don't know, One for All was actually an ability used to pass down from previous users, and Deku's the ninth one. And for his powers, let's just say it all comes in shapes and sizes. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. For his powers, he can stockpile his power, cannot be taken away unwillingly. It grows in power each time it's transferred, stockpiles the power of previous users. He has superhuman strength, speed, increased hearing, supercharges a user's quirk, and quirkless users have their physical abilities boosted to superhuman levels. Deku, however, can use One for All based on the percentages he can use. From 5 to 8%, it allows free movement and quick attacks. In 20%, it's used in short bursts, allowing him to use air bullets as long-range attacks, and it doesn't damage Deku. At 100%, it damages Deku and only used as a last resort. Punches hard enough to air pressure. The air pressure can break through buildings, and allows him to one-shot skyscraper-sized robots. 30%, Deku's new base power allows free movement and quick attacks. Still allows him to use air bullets. 45 to, well, so on and so forth. 1,000,000%, however, is allowed Deku to break his limits, severely damages him. It's not actually 1,000,000% of his power. He can also access other abilities that previous quirk users had, like Danger Sense, for example. It gives Deku the ability to detect imminent danger in his vicinity. From there, he can dodge or be alerted to attacks before they even happen. He's also able to detect bloodlust and hostility of nearby people with his ability. With Blackwood, it allows Deku to expel black tendrils of energy from his body, to which he can control at will. Smokescreen gives Deku the ability to generate large amounts of smoke that can encase multiple city blocks. Float is exactly what you think it sounds. It allows Deku to levitate in midair. When he combines this quirk with Air Force, he's able to fly with no restrictions. And then there's Fajin. It allows Deku to store kinetic energy from repeated movements with his body, and can release that energy in powerful bursts of strength and speed. Just to clarify something, I'm using the official DB Wiki, Fanon Wiki for this, because I'm not doing all that research by watching the anime. It's been a while since I watched it, so yeah. There are also techniques that are named after the United States for some reason. There's Detroit Smash, Delaware Smash, Manchester Smash, St. Louis Smash, Wyoming Smash, and Delaware Detroit Smash. 2 states of a combination attack. He also has full cowling, which distributes One for All throughout Deku's body. And then there's the shoot style. He utilizes kicks over punches. With his Gamma costume, his iron soles extend and retract for a double hit and enhances his shoot style kicks. He also has arm braces and support gloves. It enhances Delaware Smash and allows him to focus his Air Force bullets. And let's just say that Deku has different types of feats, from strength to speed, durability, skill, and victories. Some of his strength feats are pretty insane. Long before he finished his training, he was able to carry All Might, who weighs 255 kilograms, or 562 pounds, move a small truck, and swing around a large metal plate. Cut through a victory bot with a metal plate without using his quirk. Destroyed a victory bot the size of a large building with a single punch. Sheer pressure caused by his punches was able to destroy several floors of a building. Created a water vortex with a flick. Can destroy Todoroki's ice structures with a single flick without using his quirk. Is able to judo throw other students. With full cow, he can leap dozens of meters into the air, throw Bakugo across the street with a full cow punch, tear apart a metal rail that All Might had used to pin him to the ground, stunned All Might with a full cow punch, punched through a rock monster, shattered a section of a cliff using the strength of All Might, halted a massive metal cube alongside All Might, 1,000,000% Detroit Delaware Smash, was able to knock out Muscular, who tanked 100% Deku's punches. Drop-kicked through an amalgamation of metallic weapons, destroyed a rocky structure with a single flick, casually busts with full cow. With the temporary full cow 100%, he launched Overhaul's monster from skyward with a single punch, hard enough to make a large crater, and cleared a massive storm alongside Bakugo. However, there are other types of feats that I'm not going to be going into because I'm not wasting the viewers' time for this. But there is also his weaknesses. Using his stronger techniques greatly damage his body. which means that if he uses too much of his quirk, his bones will disintegrate, leaving him lifeless. Opponents that can outspeed him or withstand several of his blows are capable of overwhelming him. His strategies tend to be pretty reckless, constantly put his own life at risk to protect others, push Todoroki to use his fire quirk despite the fact that he could have won against him if he didn't. Hardly ever goes all out, especially against humans. When he feels it necessary, he will not hesitate to break most of the bones in his arms to continue fighting. Due to the strain caused by One For All, his ligaments are greatly damaged. Using 100% of One For All will break the bones of the limits used on, and One For All can be taken by force if the thief's will is stronger than the user's. And let's not say that. Let's just say that Deku has a personality that he makes him act like a tearjerker. Okay, how do I say this about Deku's sobbing personality? Hello,
Yeah.
Storm. Were you even listening?
Oh, I was. I just didn't say anything because I was just listening.
Okay, well, what do you call Deku's sobbing personality?
Deku's sobbing personality?
He cries a lot, dude. Literally.
I mean, it's to be fair, it has been a while since I watched My Hero Academia, so
Yeah, he gets very emotional at some points. But yeah, you can also achieve another form called Infinite Deku, but it's only with Eri. Like I said, he even went up against Muscular, who managed to take hits from Deku when he was at 100%. Now let's just say Muscular, however, went on some pretty. Let me look up something about Muscular.
all right.
Hmm. The guy's name is Goto Imasuji, if you're wondering who that guy is.
Mm, don't know. It's been a
This
while.
guy's durability varies from large building level to mountain level with pump up. Do you realize what that means? His durability is as strong as the is as strong as a Pokemon's absurd stat, and Deku was managed to blow uh managed to attack him at 1,000,000%, even though 1,000,000% isn't really his actual power. Uh, is there any is there any more stuff I should share about Deku?
Hmm.
Something I'm forgetting?
Well, good thing I got the Versus Wiki up for Asta. I might as well open up a new tab of Versus Wiki and see what we got for Deku.
I had to use the DB Fanon wiki for Deku.
Oh, pre-final act and final act. Oh, oh, it's just like Asta where there's two different variants, huh?
Yeah.
So
I mean, there was this one time where you used the United States of World Smash, but I think that was in a movie.
I'm yeah, I'm going to guess final act is involving hero costume dark epsilon zeta. Oh my god, there's quite a lot to Deku.
So, what are the details I missed about him?
Well, if we count Final Act, in terms of power at full cal in the Final Act, his tier scales from high 8C, 7C with 30%, 7A with 45%, high 7A with 100%, higher with Fajin.
And what's his destruction level?
Destruction level? Where's that at? Let's see, attack potency, large building level, town level, large mountain level, higher with Fajin.
Deku kind of worries me for the next fight.
But yeah, as you said, using 100% of One for All's power will break the bones of the limb on which it is used, although Deku has shown that this doesn't hinder his movements due to his enormous stamina and pain tolerance.
Mm. Yeah, like if he just uses if he uses that core from his original condition, his limbs would just explode. He would die.
So it's essentially basically the John Wick of the fucking My Hero Academia universe, where he just doesn't give a shit about pain.
Mm. John Deku is like the equivalent to John Wick, but kind of has a sensitive side.
There's full cal shoot style, vestiges of One for All, Vajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smoke Screen, and Float.
Mm.
In terms of all of his notable attacks and techniques.
I tried to look at his feats, and his feats also involve speed, durability, and didn't want to get into that. I only wanted to focus on the feats of strength.
I'm sure they'll explain more in more detail on what his speed is like when the episode comes around. So this is gonna be fun for me when it comes to Asta because there's both pre-time skip and post-time skip.
Oh boy, Asta's a special snowflake for us.
And if I'm going to be talking about his weapons, I'll be using the Black Clover Wiki because it actually has names there.
Fair enough. So, you can explain Asta's origin?
Well, for a short summary, Asta was left at an orphanage as an infant on the outskirts of the Clover Kingdom alongside another baby named Yuno. Excitable and outgoing, he dreams of becoming the Magic Emperor, the greatest mage in the kingdom. However, Asta is one of the rare few, if not the only one, to be born without the ability to use magic, but he refused to let this stop him, and continuously trained his body to compensate before finally being awarded with the grimoire of his own while getting Yuna out of a bind. Since then, he has
Okay.
joined the Black Bull Squad and group of the most rowdy, outrageous magic knights in the entire kingdom, using the power of his omnivorous anti-magic swords to defend those he cares about and strive towards his dream.
Don't get me wrong, I feel like using a grimoire would be cool and all, but it's what strength that matters in some situations.
And what's this grimoire called, you might ask? Well, it is called the Five Leaf Clover Grimoire.
Five leaf clover. Is that his main grimoire that he got?
Yeah,
Yeah.
according to the Black Clover Wiki, Asta wields a five-leaf clover grimoire, which he sees during his fight with Revici. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'll let it slide. I haven't watched Black Clover in a while, so I have to rewatch it. Pronunciations. The grimoire is a tattered, filthy, a black five-leaf clover insignia at the center of its cover. This cover symbol is largely unseen due to the dirt covering it, making most of, including Asta, assume that the grimoire possesses unusual magic, but is otherwise ordinary. His grimoire used to be a four-leaf clover grimoire that belonged to the elf Lich, before being corrupted by the devil Zagred, and inhabited by the devil Libe.
Oh, a devil.
And he also's got four different anti-magic swords. the Demon Slayer Sword, the Demon Dweller Sword, the Demon Destroyer Sword, and the Demon Slasher Katana.
Oh, a Demon Slayer sword. Remind me, which of the swords is the Demon Slayer sword?
Demon Slayer Sword was Asta's first sword, can be enlarged by extending anti-magic from the edges of the blade, while the flat side of the sword can be used to deflect spells. After 6 months of training in the Heart Kingdom, Asta has gained the ability to remote control the anti-magic within the sword, allowing him to summon the sword back to himself by holding his hand open and calling its name, as well as ride it through the air.
Was the Demon Slayer sword happen to be the giant sword that looked like it could break from the hilt? You know, the one with the giant blade.
Uh, good thing I got. Good thing I got image references for you to look at. And since you were talking about Demon's Layer Sword, that's what it looks like once it sends.
Of course, the sword looks like it could break.
Why you think he has more than one?
Of course, I mean I know that he has more than one. It's just that I forgot the other name of the two swords that he has. Like, what was the second one called?
Demon Dweller Sword, which looks like this.
Um,
It's sending two files again. Ignore the second one.
Fair enough. Just delete the second one. I
Cause
actually like the design, but the hilt itself is kind of absurd.
then you got Demon Destroyer Sword, which looks a little bit like this.
To be fair, I know a YouTuber named Marcus Fans, and he would probably take a look at Demon Slayer swords. I mean, no, I mean Black Clover swords. Okay, the blade. Why does the blade have to look like that? And also, why is the hilt like this? This looks unfinished.
And then you got the Demon Slasher Katana.
This one's just an ordinary katana.
So yeah, and what is so special about a anti-magic sword, you might ask? Well, these swords, Asta is able to summon swords infused with anti-magic from his grimoire. He uses these swords
Of
for
course.
various offenses that can nullify magic. The swords can cut through magic, but are reduced to a blunt weapons when they used to strike anything else.
Hmm.
And if you're wondering what the five-leaf clover grimoire looked like, well, this is what the image of it looks like. I really wish Discord could stop trying to send two images at once.
Oh, did you accidentally? Oh, of course. It looks like an ordinary grimoire, but with the five-leaf clover.
So yeah, now that those names of the weapons are out of the way, let's start with the basic pre-time skip. There's base, black Asta, and black divider, and then you got post-time skip, which has a lot more than what the pre-time skip had. So,
So, how many forms does he have in the post-time skip?
are we post-time skip? You got base Asta, black Asta, berserk mode, and devil's barking, which base and black Asta were in pre-time
The
skip, but black
skip.
divider isn't in post-time skip.
Ah, and it wasn't introduced until the post-time skip.
So you got beginning of time skip, post devil binding ritual, devil union, and true devil union. Which, okay, let's. Good thing
Let's try.
I got images of what they look like.
Might as well explain the abilities of the forms that Asta has, like the first one.
All right, let's start. Let's start with pre-time skip. Okay, so base, which is basically his normal appearance in both. While they're slightly altered in the post-time skip, it's still in his base. So this will be the base form.
Hmm. Yep.
So let's start with powers and stats in the pre-time skip. So we got tier 8A, 7B, high 7A, 6C with Black Asta, 6C higher with Black Asta, 6C high 6C with Black Asta, low 6B with Black Divider. And then in the post time skip, power class, he has high 6C, low 6B with Black Asta, higher with Black Divider, high 6B with Berserk mode, far higher with Devil's Bargain, low 6B, high 6B with Black Asta, far higher with Devil Union, 6A with True Devil Union, at least low 6B. Phone, I did not ask for you to do voice command. Anyways,
Is he surfing on his Demon Slayer sword?
yeah, yeah.
He's using it as a surfboard.
So yeah, then you got and then what was it? High, at least low 6B, high 6B with Black Asta, 6A with Devil Union. Those are in the post time skip.
Hmm.
So post Devil Binding, Devil Union. Okay, so then you got Devil Union, which is first sword Demon Slayer mode, second sword Demon Dweller mode, fourth sword Demon Slasher mode. And then you got True Devil Union. Oh boy. Why do you think I said there was going to be a lot to unpack when it comes to Asta?
Hmm. How old is Asta?
Asta in the pre-time skip at the beginning of the series he's 15. He's 16 in pre-time skip. And then in the post-time skip, which is probably around the final act, 17 during the post-time skip, 18 in the final act.
I mean, to be fair, characters have to age throughout the series, regardless.
Yeah, that's common knowledge for any anime. Like
Yeah, I mean, just look at Goku.
I
He
read
could stay.
or Naruto in specific, considering he's currently Hokage in Boruto, which
Yeah.
Boruto is a mixed bag to many
Or
fans.
yeah. So let's get back on topic with Asta.
So, in terms of pre-time skip,
The first form.
the first form being base. Okay, it's actually even explained, so I don't have to click too many pages. So,
The
superhuman physical characteristics. Asta possesses an extremely high physical strength. He is able to do 1,000 handed handstand push-ups, swing heavy swords single-handedly with ease, and punch holes in the rock walls with no injury to himself.
mm,
Accelerated development, training in battle, physical stats, and abilities frequently surpasses his own limits during battles, especially when his back is against the. I think they forgot they spelled against wrong, but I'll let it slide. They put
okay.
again the wall on this thing, but it's actually against, so I'll let it slide. Or
All
close
right.
to death. This allows him to develop new techniques or improve his physical abilities on the spot. Acrobatics, enhanced senses, can read his opponent's emotions. Ooh, will the fucking soft spot on Deku be a thing that he's able to detect? Probably. Master Swordsman. Adept swordsman. Over the course of the series, he assimilates the swordsmanship skills of the swordmen he encountered and used them just as much efficiency, adapts them to better fit his own swordsmanship. Extrasensory perception. Asta can read the opponent's life force.
Mm,
Information analysis with key. Asta can read his opponent's true intentions and state of mind. Key users are also able to detect lies. Instinctive reaction was able to reflect Magna's fireball after his mind has turned off. He later mastered key sensing, which Yami described as halfway through instinct and prediction. Multiple selves. Type 1 Libre, residing inside of Asta's grimoire, can take over Asta's body and fight in his place. Precognition. Learned how to use ki and sense it. With Ki, Asta has the capacity to predict opponents' next moves by reading, breathing their muscle movements, glare, life force, current emotional state, and even their slight preference. No, let me rephrase that. Slight presence. Sorry, I misread that. Uh, with all his senses combined. His Ki sensing allows him to even sense non living objects such as rocks and other energies like magic. Social influencing has been repeatedly shown to influence the people around him and change them for the better, encourage luck to fight better, saved Patry from his insanity. Summoning can summon swords out of his grimoire, which are all imbued with the power of anti magic. Resistance to possession and mind control, which I don't think that's really gonna be a factor in this fight, considering I don't think Deku even has the ability to do mind control.
Oh, are you saying he can't be mind control or he can't do mind control?
Asta's resistant to possession and mind control, and does Deku have that? Not really. So, now we got his anti magic swords, which I've already explained the names. Anti magic, each of them having different shape and abilities. With those swords, you can easily cut through anti magic spell. With incredible ease, regardless of shape or even the attribute of the spell, he can also nullify magical teleportation by stabbing the sword into the teleportal's general vicinity. They can even nullify Langris attacks, which can erase out of the space anything in a certain path. And that one taking a clean hit from those swords will be unable to use magic application of magic power for a variable period of time. The more anti-magic Asta uses, the more potent his nullification becomes. Attack reflection. He can reflect a magic spell back with the spine of his sword. Curse magic nullification. Nullified a magic bullet curse that had been inflicted on his skin by number 4 Jimmy. And no, I am not joking, that is his actual name.
Oh,
Magical regeneration negation. Low mid, prevented Veto from regenerating his wound with forbidden magic. Unholy manipulation. Asta lets the power of a devil flow within him to transform into Black Asta by channeling the devil power inside his swords. Demon Slayer. Mind control nullification can remove mind controlling magic spells by tapping the person's head with the guard of the Demon Slayer. Blood manipulation and body puppetry nullification can negate the Witch Queen's puppet blood flow magic. Demon Dweller. Magic absorption has unconsciously absorbed the magic of his allies with Demon Dweller and used said magic as a projectile. His sword drains the magical power of anything that makes contact with them until they're completely unable to use magic and can send back the absorbed magic in much of a more powerful attack. So those are the that's from the beginning of the series. Then you got EMS, which in base he assimilated Kaito's swordsmanship, which allowed him to tank a blow from Veto. By deflecting the force of the blow, his head would have been blown out of his body if he had not done so. That's damage reduction. Enhanced instinctive reaction and sense manipulation. Technique mimicry. It's capable of picking up moves and replicating them during a fight, as shown in his fight against Kaito. Kaito? I don't know.
Kaito. Is
It's
it
it's Kiato.
Kiato?
I don't know how it's pronounced. So if anybody is shouting in the comments for me mispronouncing something, I apologize. Which, yeah, remember that whole longevity thing that I kept mispronouncing? Yeah, I kept mispronouncing it as longevity.
Longevity. How's it pronounced?
It's longevity.
Longevity. Okay.
Let's see here. Enhanced instinctive reaction and sense manipulation, technique mimicry, reactive power level, resistance to information analysis and precognition, resistance to temperature manipulation, Black Asta aura, limited death manipulation, flight, limited magic homing with Black Meteorite. And the only reason why I know that ability's name was because I played Jump Force, which both Asta and Deku were in.
Yeah. That game sucks, anyways.
It's not bad. I mean, it made my samurai character. So, At least I will give it that props. It did have a good character creation.
Yeah.
Story was meh.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance to heat manipulation. Improved versions of his original anti-magic abilities. Attack potency. Oh, that's going into attack potency. Let's go to the Elves Invasion arc. Resistance to life force absorption. Resistance to madness manipulation. That's base. Demon Slayer, magic regeneration negation. Demon Destroyer, enhanced anti magic. Limit memory manipulation. Mind manipulation and soul manipulation. Casualty manipulation. Paralysis nullification. Poison absorption. Possession nullification. Purification. Black Asta, he has passive anti-magic, better flight, statistic amplification, resistance to spatial manipulation, resistance to power nullification. And
Mm.
that's just a pre-time skip. As for post-time skip, since there's more to it, base. Let's see here. Superhuman physical characteristics, accelerated development, acrobatics, anti-magic manipulation, damage reduction, enhanced senses, master swordsman, extrasensory information analysis. Oh my god. The reason why I'm just reading the names here is so I don't go into the whole details, because it will take me forever to go into details. Anti-magic swords, Demon Slayer, Demon Dweller, Demon Destroyer, Black Asta. Okay, so that's the beginning of the time skip. So it's pretty much the same stuff as pre-time skip, I'm guessing. Now we got the Spade War arc, which is where Double Union is introduced. Base Fusionism fuses with Devil Libe to achieve the state of Devil Union. Improved powerful nullification. Asta can now use anti-magic itself and not just a bit of power that was trickling into his swords. Devil Union. Improved powerful nullification. Magical regeneration negation. Non-physical interaction. Erased Notch's magic, which is stated to lack physical substance. So yeah, that's pretty busted. Anyways,
Mm.
so attack potency. He's comparing the pre-time skip and the post-time skip manga. So post-time skip Magna Swain. Oh, oh, that guy. Okay. Uh, large island level should be much stronger than his pre-time skip base self. Small country level with Black Asta. So we're going by post-time skip since pretty much Black Clover is pretty much finished thanks to the manga and whatnot.
Yeah.
Uh, higher with Black comparative with Spirit Dive, you know. Higher with Black Divider, stronger than before. Large country level Berserk, vastly stronger than before. Damage 60% Dante. Dante Sogratis. Dante Sogratis.
Mm.
Far higher than with Devil's Bargain, surpassed his limits and gave his own arm to his devil in exchange for true power of anti-magic. Damaged 80% of Dante's body, stated to be Asta's devil to be more powerful than his previous transformations. Small country level, stronger than before, severely wounded Morris while his magic was being drained, at which point he should still be somewhat comparable to his normal self. Large country level, back Asta, comparable to his double bargains form, fought off attacks from Devil Union Notch, who can trade blows with devil powered Dante. And no, for those who get confused, this is not related to Devil May Cry.
Oh, yeah. I know we're talking about Black Clover, not Devil May Cry.
Just to avoid some confusion levels.
Mm-hmm.
Large country level plus with Devil Union far stronger than Devil's Bargain. Black Asta fought both Lilith and Nama at the same time without taking a single hit. Sliced the latter in half, deflected Nelith's freezing sun and one-shot them. Continent level with true Devil Union, far stronger than his initial Devil Union due to fully synchronizing with Libe. Fought and defeated full power half manifested Lucifero. Can ignore durability of beings made of magic with anti-magic slashes. At least small country level stronger than before. Large country level with Black Asta far stronger than before. Continent level plus with Double Union far stronger than his previous Double Union compared to the base Lucius who ate Lucifero's heart and gained his power. That's his attack potency. Speed is
Mm.
faster than light. Faster than post time skip Magna. Uh, Higher with Black Asta, comparable to Spirit Dive Uno, massively faster than Light with Berserk mode, kept up with 60% Dante with Berserk mode, far higher than Double Bargains, kept up with 8% Dante with Double Bargain mode, faster than Light, faster than before, massively faster than Light with Black Asta, managed to keep up with Double Union Notched, far higher with Double Union, far superior to his previous transformations, Blitz the Maw, and could react to Nailif's I'll be outspeed by the fusion, even higher with True Double Union, far faster than before, overwhelm full power with Lucifero, at least faster than light, faster than before, massively faster than light with Black Oster, faster than before, or far higher with Double Union, far faster than before, kept up with base Lucius. Oh boy, and I don't even know how fast freaking Deku is, so I'll have to look into that once we're done with this whole madness that is Asta. Lifting strength class K, far higher with Black Asta. Class G was Berserk mode, higher with Devil's Bargain. Class G strong. Higher with Black Asta. Class T with Double Union, higher with True Double Union. Class G, far higher with Black Asta, stronger than before. Class T with Double Union, stronger than before. So he's pretty much got strong lifting strength. Striking strength, large island class. Small country class with Black Asta, higher with Black the Fighter, large country class with Berserk, far higher with Devil's Bargain, small country class, large country class with Black Asta, large country class plus with Double Union, continent class with True Double Union, at least small country class, large country class with Black Asta, continent class with Double Union. Whew. Durability, large island level, more durable than post time skip Magna. Small country level with Black Asta, comparable to Spirit Dive Uno. Large country level with Berserk mode. Far higher with Devil's Bargain. Small country level, large country level, Black Asta. Large country level plus with Double Union. Ugh. I keep forgetting the pluses in here, but I'll let it slide. Continent level with True Double Union. Tank the punch from full power half manifested Lucifero. Ooh, at least small country level, large country level with Black Asta, continent level plus with Double Union. Stanimos superhuman still can remain conscious after being sliced open from the shoulder to the hip with a diamond projectile with significant blood loss, fought an army of zombies without getting tired for several hours, and jumped through a wall of flames without flinching or receiving any damage, kept fighting against Veto despite taking severe damage and having both arms broken, fought and defeated Ladros while having a hole pierced into him without showing any pain, managed to re-enter his Black Asta form against Sagreed Ed and defeated him despite having been just forced out of it due to a strain it put on his body right before. During the Spade Kingdom raid, Asta fought against Notched for 2 days straight, continued the train with Libe for an extended period, likely without sleeping, then fought and defeated Ancient Demon with Devil Union, and immediately headed to the Spade Kingdom afterward, where he fought and defeated Lilith and the Maw, and then fought Morris afterward, despite physical backlash of using Devil Union. Immediately after, he went on to use Devil Union after the 30-minute cooldown ran out, destroying Lucifero's incomplete vessel and then fighting him in his half-manifest state, where he was in a brutally wounded but still managed to get back up despite Mimosa being unable to get even close to completely heal him after his wounds sealed by Nero, but not completely healed. He had to he re-entered the fight against full powers of his half-manifestation, where he has suffered more grave injuries and ran out of Devil Union, while still having enough stamina left to deal a final blow to the Devil King in his base form. Range. Extended melee range of swords at least several dozen meters with anti-magic and Black Divider, 100 meters in Berserk mode, kilometers with Double Union, and we've already know what the standard equipment is for Asta, so we don't need to go over that again. Average. Genius in combat. Os- Swordsmanship, creativity, great analysis, and fast learner. Weaknesses: he can only enter his Black Asta form 3 times a day, and it causes incredible strain on his muscles and bones. His Black Asta form right after the Devil's Bargain only lasts 50 seconds. Devil Unit form lasts for 5 minutes. Alright, it's even describing the notable attacks and techniques. Bull
Hmm.
Thrust, Mirror Slash, Demon Slayer, Sword Black Divider, Demon Dweller Sword Black Slash, Casualty Black Os, Casualty Break. Okay, here's the stuff that I'm familiar with because of Jump Force. Black Meteor, Black Gossip, Black Meteorite, Black Hurricane. Uh, then you got some stuff I'm not familiar with. Uh, Compound Magic, Mirror Slash, Mirror's Meteorite. Compound Magic and Union Magic spells can be only used by with another mage, therefore not usable in 1v1 scenarios. Ooh, so he's gonna have a little bit of a problem using those types of magic, but will it
Hmm.
stop him from getting a victory or a loss? Who the hell knows? Devil Union, after the Devil Binding Ritual, Asta gained the ability to simulate his devil with his Devil Infuse, yada yada yada. Demon Slasher, Infinite Slash Equinox. While wielding the Demon Slasher sword in his Devil Union state, Asta raises the sword above his head, then performs a downward slash, which produces a massive anti-magic flying slash. The attack can travel for miles without losing its edge, and the slash will not injure the user's allies even if they are in the path of the attack.
So, who do we think is going to win this fight?
Well, depending on what they're going to do, they're probably going to include Deku's final act variant as well, since I think that's what part of the manga is, since I know the anime is still going on. Uh, so then you got. So let's see here. Fajin. Oh, then. So weaknesses, one for all, like pain tolerance, yada yada yada. Okay, so. I mean, for one, Deku doesn't really use magic. I don't think one for all is considered magic. If we're going
Yeah,
by how quirks are, I don't think quirks are magic.
yeah, they really are. It's more like some kind of energy that they can harness.
So yeah, uh,
I really don't see Deku winning this.
as much as I like Deku in My Hero Academia, even with the full Cal 100% being like one of the most powerful fucking forms of Deku, I don't know if it can outclass the the true Devil Union, which basically, if you see this image right here, this right here is true Devil Union Asta.
Oh, Deku's screwed.
Yeah,
I really don't see Deku winning this at all. And the only way that he can access his Infinity form is with Eri.
and and there's an and the fact that Fajin, I don't think Fajin's going to be involved in this. I'm not really too sure if Fajin's like a special power or whatever, or if it's just another hero. Because again, it's been how many quirk Fajin? Oh, never mind. It is a quirk. Okay, so so if Deku somehow finds a way to win, and this is what I'm reading about the Fujin. A quirk that gives Deku the ability to temporarily store kinetic energy from repeated movements that and release that energy as a powerful burst of strength and speed. And it's grown stronger as generations have passed due to stockpiling the effect of One for All. Though the use of this quirk, Deku can reach speeds that rival even All Might at his prime, and it allows him to travel hundreds of miles in an instant. Fujin only originally belonged to the third successor of One for All, Fox 100%. By combining Fujin with the slingshot version of Black Whip, Deku is able to tremendously increase his speed, such as that he even compares himself to All Might. By using this, he was able to surpass the speed of Lady Nagant's bullets to save Overhaul and defeat her. So, honestly, it depends. I mean, if they do find a way for Deku to win, considering his power tiers are like 8C, high 8C, 7C with 30%, 7A with 45, high 7A with 100, higher with a Jin. It would have to be a really royal clutch in order for Deku to win. Comparing that to, let's see, where's the Nope, that's the Black Clover wiki. Eh, I mean, Deku might have a chance. I mean, he might, and I say that term loosely.
What is Asta's weaknesses? I don't think you've gone into that.
I did. You must have not heard them. Let me read them again to you. Once I find them again. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot the fact key using this using key. During battle, the opposing Patriot and Yamini Asta learned how to read natural energy by giving off living beings to read their current emotional state or predict their subsequent attacks, granting him pseudo sixth sense of danger and enhancing his reaction speed. Okay, anyways, where's the weaknesses at? Ah, here it is. Weaknesses: he can only enter his Black Asta form 3 times a day, as it causes an incredible strain on his muscles and bones. His Black Asta form right after the Devil's Bargain only lasts 50 seconds. The Devil Union form lasts for 5 minutes.
Hmm. Unless if it's anime logic we're talking about, it's actually more than that, isn't it?
It's probably going to be more than that. It's
Listen, dude, no sense whatsoever. So we should
so
just what it is.
so yeah. Like, what are our final thoughts on this?
Asta is going to kill Deku,
As
and
much
Deku.
as much as I love Deku, I already know that Asta might brutally destroy him.
I don't see Deku winning this at all.
It's
He's dead.
even if quirks are not magic, and if they find some way for Deku to pull off a win, they'd have to pull off a fucking clutch with Fujin. But that is pushing it.
All my lost to Might Guy.
Because
Todoroki.
because of the eighth gates. Todoroki was the only one that had a victory so far.
So I feel like I'm gonna notice a pattern here. An MHA character loses the first that they're on the show, and another one enters the show, and then they win. But if another one enters the show, then that
It's
means they lose.
it's gonna come down to the wire. If they somehow make Asta lose, I'm gonna actually be really shocked. But
Yeah, me too. But still,
honestly, I don't know. As much as I want to root for my boy Deku, I might have to bet on Asta for this one.
me too. I'm rooting Deku, but I'm betting Asta. Oh, hey, off topic, real quick. Have you noticed that every Death Battle episode that Batman has in, they've been using the same exact sprite for him?
Yeah, even though I really don't want them to bring Bruce Wayne back for a sixth or seventh time.
Well, to be fair, he's been in the show for like 4 times so far.
Technically, let's see here: Batman versus Spider-Man, Batman versus Captain America. Technically, an additional one if you count Batman Beyond and Spider-Man 2099 because he was on the sidelines helping Terry McGinnis.
Well, that doesn't count.
But I count it because it technically has Bruce Wayne in it, so it technically counts.
Fine.
So, Bruce Wayne in Batman vs. Spider-Man, Captain America, the Batman Beyond one, Black Panther. So that's a total of 5 times Bruce Wayne has been on Death Battle, with counting the recent one with Iron Man.
Or according to the community, if you don't count Batman Beyond, but whatever. So, our final thoughts. Deku is going to get stomped, and he has no chance at winning against Asta. But if
Unless they pull off a clutch with the Fajin, but I highly doubt that's gonna help.
yeah. Alright, so thank you, Storm, for bringing me to the prediction, and I'll see you 2 weeks for the fight.
Yep. So yeah, like I said, those are our final thoughts when it comes to this. So, as much as I love Deku, as much as I love My Hero Academia, and I don't get me wrong, I love anime. Asta's going to clap Deku unless they find a way for Deku to win. I highly doubt it. It's so in anime logic, it's basically Deku. It's let me rephrase that. It's basically John Wick versus James Bond all over again. Where sure you may have the pain tolerance, but I don't think it's going to be enough to help aid Deku. But we'll see how this works. We'll see how it plays out. Cause honestly, I don't know. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this prediction. Till then, Captain Hedgewolf signing off. I'll see you in the next stream, which will definitely be soon, considering I'm going to be streaming Sonic Frontiers once again. And get ready for me to tackle Chaos Island. So yeah, that's going to be the fun part. So till then, your Captain Hedgewolf signing off. I'll see you in the next stream. So good day, everybody.